It has always been thought that wild animals are fully adapted to their natural conditions and that they simply cannot stop and freeze, especially when in motion. The fact that fish freeze in ice at low temperatures in small lakes is not new. This is due to the lack of oxygen under the ice shell. The fish are just choking. But how can a deer, a northern animal, freeze on the run? Doesn't even fit in my head. When I was looking for material for this video, I came across this strange frozen creature. What do you think? What is it? Write in the comments under this video. Today we have 10 shocking animals frozen in the ice. The fish froze in the ice when it was eating another fish. In the American state of Indiana, 2 fishermen coming to the frozen lake saw an amazing picture. Frozen in the ice, a pike and a perch, and the first fish had almost eaten the second one. The fisherman posted the photo on Facebook, where it got 1,000 likes and comments. Some comments contained doubts about the reality of the snapshot. Then the fisherman decided to return and pull the fish out of the ice, recording the process on video. The video shows 2 frozen fish in an ice block, which was cut with a chainsaw. How could this happen? Perhaps the fisherman caught a perch, but it was too small and released. The fish still died and surfaced. The ice was still thin. The pike saw an easy prey and tried to eat it, but choked and died too. Probably when both fish were dead, they floated on the surface of the lake, which was covered with a thick layer of ice, which caught their bodies. In a German city, due to severe frosts, a fox froze into the waters of the Danube River. It fell through the thin ice and froze. After 4 days, it was found by local residents and cut out of the ice with the help of a saw. To this day, social networks are spreading several photos of another fox which fell through the ice of the pond, drowned and froze. Many people leave sad comments, horrified by the tragic incident. Pictures of this fox were made in Serbia and posted on one of the Montenegrin sites with a signature, "Serbian version of the cartoon Ice Age." The author published them in order to warn fans not to walk on the ice. It is not clear whether the fox was alive or if the photographer froze a stuffed one in the lake. The dead mammoth is a unique find for the Yakut scientists. They found a well-preserved carcass of a female mammoth in the ice. The find was made on the Liakhov Islands of the Novosibirsk archipelago in the spring of 2013. That time of year for excavations is ideal because at warmer temperatures the carcass could decompose, and this would lead to the loss of the rarest specimen. The scientists managed to find soft tissue of the animal in good condition. In addition to soft tissues, scientists received a more valuable gift, the blood of the mammal. Thousands of years in the permafrost did not have negative effects on the blood. It didn't freeze. Even so, the temperature was -10 degrees. Scientists explain this by saying that the lower part of the mammoth's body had fallen into pure ice. The upper part of the body was found in the middle of the tundra, and the trunk was found separately. The moose with tangled horns froze into the ice of the river. In Alaska, in the town of Unalakleet, a local resident discovered 2 moose which were frozen in the ice. The animals came together in a fight and locked their horns, could not get out of the water and froze. Later, the carcasses of the moose were removed. The photos are not for impressionable ones as they show how ruthless nature can be. Last winter in Norvegia was marked as extremely aggressive and cold. On the internet there are many photos of frozen and snow-capped cities and villages. The extreme temperature caught the residents by surprise. Many could not get to work or school and waited out this weather at home. Not all creatures could find a safe hiding place. In the photo, there is a large school of fish frozen on the coast of a small island. It is not clear how the fish are so close to the shore, but the photo shows an amazing fact of mass freezing of fish. According to the theory of researchers, perhaps the fish were pursued by predators and in search of shelter approached the shore, where they were overtaken by frost, paralyzing the entire Bay Area. Local residents reported that this hadn't happened before in this place. One of the residents found the fish first and took a picture of his dog, which you can see on the screen. Even the dog was at a loss for what is under his paws. All the world media covered a videotape on which, with the help of warm water, they released a homeless gray cat frozen to the ice on the ground. The recording was made in Zlatoust. The cat did not suffer and soon found a new family. He was given the nickname Simeon. Simeon's cat from Chrysostom, Chelyabinsk region, became famous throughout the country after he was rescued from ice-cold captivity in November, when -40-degree frosts were recorded. The animal was poured with warm water until all its paws were released from the ice. A 50-year-old photographer managed to get some unusual shots. In his photographs taken in Norway, a frozen toad on a lake near Oslo. The man was skiing when he suddenly saw something incomprehensible on the ice. And when he realized that in front of him was a frozen toad, he was very surprised. Maybe it was looking for a hole in the ice to get to shore, but it wasn't lucky. The lake was completely frozen. The western part of Germany fell under the influence of a cyclone, and the temperature dropped from plus to -10. The water surface at the shore was covered with ice crust. A seagull was in an ice drag. Perhaps it fell asleep, and when it woke up, it couldn't fly away. Veterinarians ornithologists have said that this is a rare case when a waterfowl freezes in the ice, because birds have special mechanisms that make it possible to feel such danger. Apparently, in the urban environment, even gulls' attention is weakened. The police cut out a small piece of ice where the seagull was. The bird was taken to a warm place, they fed it and called the veterinarian. A few hours later, the ice melted and the seagull was free. A frozen herd of donkeys in Turkey. Icy donkeys were found by rescuers. When the team got to them, some of them were so heavily covered with ice that they could not move. The animals were taken to a shelter where they received medical care. In the fall of 2015, 42 horses were lost in one of the villages of Kazakhstan in an incomprehensible way. The herd disappeared from the winter pasture. According to local residents, the horses used to disappear for several days. They knew the way home and always came back. The search did not bring any results. On March 27, 2016, the disappearance was explained. According to preliminary data, the horses went into the water to drink, but the place became swampy. None of the 42 horses could get out. They all froze. If you liked the video, put your likes and subscribe to new releases. That's all for now.